Scholars study institutions, its foundations, its structure, its working, its trajectory. It's because they're curious or a part of their academic assignment. They need not necessarily have any specific interest in the particular institution which they are studying. But those who are part of the institution certainly would have some interest in the institution. But they may not have necessary inclination, time and energy to make a systematic and comprehensive study of the institution and its trajectory. Where the research and analysis of the scholars comes to the aid of those who are responsible for running the institutions. In this book, Professor Wadhwa made a study of the foundations of the Supreme Court of India, its functioning for the approximately first 2 decades of its existence. Those of us who are interested in sustaining and improving the institution for the welfare of the people of this country need a greater study for the remaining period. In my view, it should be an ongoing process. We must constantly keep analyzing and examining how exactly the institution is functioning and what are its achievements, what are its failures, how to improve the institution is a matter which requires a constant examination. I can hazard a guess that approximately 1/6 or 1/8 of the Indian population would have any direct interaction with the judiciary in this country. In a country of 1.3 billion people, the pending cases are about some 2.5 to 3 crores all over the country in various courts. And assuming that each case has an average of about 5 parties on either side, these are all vague guesses. We'll just take some figures. It would work out to be about 10 crores of people who have a direct interaction with the judiciary of this country. But the rest of the 120 crores are also affected by the institution. The decisions made by this institution from the Supreme Court to the lowest court in some way or the other touch the lives of the population of this country. All of us know, in a gathering of lawyers and lawmakers and scholars in law, all of us know that the law declared by the highest court of this country binds everybody in this country, whether somebody is a party to such a declaration directly or not. Therefore, a study like this is more and more essential. I believe, and I am sure each one of the members present in this gathering believe, that for the survival of a liberal democracy, an impartial and independent judiciary is essential, without which I don't think any liberal democracy can flourish. In my opinion, the attempt of all this study, the purpose of all this study is to provide the nourishment to the institution. Various aspects of the functioning of the Supreme Court have been discussed in this book, and I don't want to touch those things. I would only say this. The Supreme Court of India is not a superintending court over the entire judiciary of this country. At least the text of the Constitution does not provide for such a superintending power. But in practice, the Supreme Court exercises a great deal of superintendence. Directly, the matter of appointments and transfers of the judges of the high courts. Of course, indirectly by laying down the law, the administration of justice at the high court and subordinate court levels in this country. Now, the enormous jurisdiction which the Supreme Court of India is conferred with by the Constitution, coupled with the eagerness of the court to do complete justice, created a huge amount of arrears in this court. Is something of the order of 50 to 60,000 cases right now. A backlog which it appears to me almost impossible to be cleared. I'm sorry to say this, but the empirical data available for the last few decades indicates that. And Mr. Dhawan, sitting in the gathering, I think made a research into the matter and published material on the areas part of it. Whether such a situation would really add to the glory and prestige of the institution, whether it would really serve the purpose, is a matter for examination and concern for all those who are connected with this institution. A solution must be found if the institution is to remain relevant. The problem is real. The requirement of finding a solution is imperative. The ways and means for solving the problem are required to be devised. Research works like the book on hand would go a long way to provide necessary material to find solutions to the problem. The people of this country, I believe, owe some debt of gratitude to Catboy, and Mr. Raghavan and his team deserve a great appreciation from each one of us. Thank you.